So 2 words, flexible spaces.
Oh, yes.
I love talking about flexible spaces. So I'm going to start with an example because this classroom that I went in was just the most beautiful example of a flexible space. So I was a 3rd grade classroom. I was coaching at a school, and I walked into this classroom that to me was perfectly designed to meet the needs of every child. So when you walk into the room, there are some spaces that are very brightly lit and other spots that have a dimmer, like a more like living room light kind of setup. There were like bar top, chairs and stools to sit at with a bar top height table. There were traditional desks where kids could sit in a chair and use a desk like it was 30 years ago, 50 years ago. But then there were tables of all different heights. So tables with, 4 different chairs around them, little itty bitty tables where the legs were like this tall. And so it was really close to the ground, but there were these little cushions, and kids could sit on the cushion,
Mm.
but still like get their little knees under the table. And so they could sit on the floor, but still work on a table. There were clipboards and carpet squares designating different areas, and everything was designed. And this teacher had really shared with her kids like why our classroom is set up like this, the purpose for
Mm.
all the different areas. And she had a tough crew, but
Yeah.
her classroom was a smooth running ship, and kids were able to go on a daily basis where they felt comfortable. And so they had permission. They had permission to pay attention to their bodies and permission to feel how they were feeling on a daily basis, whether feeling in their bodies or feeling, social relationships with their friends. Like, oh, today's not a day that I want to work with her. I'm going to go over here and work by myself, or I want to work in a group, so I'm going to come over here and work. And so it was just this beautiful, nurturing environment. And to walk in, I knew the makeup of her classroom. I knew that she had a couple kids in there that were autistic. She had about 6 kids that had ADHD, and you didn't know who was who.